Coach Neha, have Charvi joined? Is Charvi on the call?
I'm calling her one second.
Okay, sure, sure. Jitendra ji have frozen shoulder and disturbed sleep pattern. For sure, sir, I think sleep pattern ka we will be taking into consideration for your sleep pattern. But for the frozen shoulder, I will request you to connect back with your coach to discuss what exercises you can go ahead. Rekha ji, आपने hand raise किया है. Do you want to say something? Rekha ji, can you hear me? मैम इट विल बी ग्रेट अगर आप मुझे अपना जो भी क्वेश्चन है क्वेरी है आप मुझे चैट में शेयर कर दें आई विल लुक इनटू इट एंड आई कैन मे बी आंसर दैट फॉर यू सेलिना जी ने बोला है उनको यूटीआई का प्रॉब्लम ज्यादा रह रहा है एनी सॉल्यूशन टू दैट सेलिना जी मल्टीपल टाइम्स जब भी हमारी बॉडी में शुगर लेवल ज्यादा होता है वी डू हैव अ टेंडेंसी टू गेट मोर इन्फेक्शन स्पेसिफिकली जब हम यूरिन पास करते हैं 2-3 थिंग्स विच आई वुड लाइक टू सजेस्ट मेक श्योर वेन एवर यू आर पासिंग योर यूरिन आप अपने एरिया को क्लीन अच्छे से कीजिए एंड कीप अ चेक ऑन योर शुगर लेवल दैट विल हेल्प यू बैलेंस योर यूटीआई प्रॉब्लम एंड प्लीज स्टे इन टच विद योर गायनोकोलॉजिस्ट एज वेल एज योर डॉक्टर डायबिटोलॉजिस्ट जो आपको थोड़ा सा गाइड कर सकें कि आगे कैसे हम लोगों को प्रोसीड करना है योर कोच माइट ऑल्सो बी एबल टू help you out with that. Please connect back with your coach specifically for your UTI if you are getting frequent infections.
Selena ji, here I will just add a few more things for you. Check with the doctor the medication. Sometimes the diabetes medicines also they lead to the urea infection. They are prone to it because they are flushing out the extra glucose through the kidney and the urine mode. So please check with the doctor and discuss with them once. Secondly, keep on. You have done the this gut cleansing also. So in one day we have drank the coriander water. So please prepare the coriander water and keep sipping it every day for about a week time and ensure that later going further every once in a week you consume the coriander water because that helps in cleansing your kidneys.
मुझे राहुल जी ने पूछा है डज टेकिंग अ लेसर अमाउंट ऑफ कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स कॉज स्लीपिंग इश्यूज टू सम एक्सटेंट सर स्लीपिंग इश्यूज can be related to lesser amount of carbohydrates but it is not true for everybody सबके लिए ये चीज सेम नहीं होती है if you are facing कि अगर आप कार्बोहाइड्रेट बिल्कुल डाइट में नहीं ले रहे स्पेसिफिकली ड्यूरिंग अ ग्रेन फ्री मील आई विल रेकमेंड कि आप एक बार अपने कोचेस से बात कीजिए अदरवाइज आई विल रेकमेंड कभी भी आप ग्रेन फ्री पे पुश करें अपने आप को डोंट गो ऑन अ सडन शिफ्ट आप धीरे धीरे अपनी डाइट में ग्रेन्स को पहले कम करें एंड गिव योर बॉडी सम टाइम टू गेट एडजस्टेड टू इट आई थिंक इट विल गिव यू अ बेटर क्लैरिटी बहुत अच्छा रहेगा कि आप अपनी मील्स को धीरे धीरे ग्रेन फ्री की तरफ शिफ्ट करें रादर देन एक दिन आपने ग्रेन लिया और एक दिन बिल्कुल ग्रेन नहीं लिया बिकॉज बॉडी नीड्स सम टाइम टू गेट एडजस्टेड तो प्लीज थोड़ा सा उसका ध्यान रखें अगर आप अच्छे से उसको बैलेंस आउट कर रहे हैं यू कैन ऑल्सो टेक दी हेल्प ऑफ योर कोचेस फॉर दैट तो अगर आप उसको अच्छे से बैलेंस कर रहे हैं कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स का कम होना स्लीप इश्यूज से रिलेटेड बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है प्रवीण जी ने अपना हाथ रेस किया है प्रवीण जी आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं Dr. Radha Lakshmi ji ने बोला है that I wake up whenever if I wake up in the middle of the night, you generally get tense and depressed. I'm sure ये sleep की वजह से है, disturbed sleep की वजह से है. You're not getting the quality sleep. In this session, ma'am, हम लोग कुछ ऐसी techniques भी discuss करेंगे जो हम लोगों को sleep को थोड़ा सा improve करने में help करें. I think that will help you as well. You can try those techniques if possible, and then you can try अगर आपका sleep pattern improve होता है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट डाइटरी चेंजेस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हैं. काफी सारे ऐसे न्यूट्रिएंट्स होते हैं जो हम इस सेशन में डिस्कस करेंगे जो स्लीप के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. वन ऑफ विच इज अ मेलेटोनिन. इट इज अ नेचुरल हार्मोन दैट बॉडी जनरली प्रोड्यूसेस. तो हम लोग उसके बारे में भी थोड़ा सा डिस्कस करेंगे, उसको कैसे हम प्रमोट कर सकते हैं, क्या क्या चीजें हमें खाना चाहिए स्पेसिफिकली और क्या क्या चीजें अवॉइड करनी चाहिए. आई थिंक मैनेजिंग अ प्रॉपर स्लीप शेड्यूल माइट हेल्प यू इन दिस केस. तो उससे आपको जरूर थोड़ा सा हेल्प मिलेगा. हाय चार्वी, आई कैन सी योर वीडियो नाउ.
Yeah,
गुड मॉर्निंग.
hi Kirti, how are you?
ऑल गुड, ऑल गुड. गुड मॉर्निंग.
Good morning. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Charvi, and I would be taking the session along with Kirti. So, I hope everyone is well prepared because, see, it's a Sunday, so I am hoping that everyone would be enthusiastic. We'll try to keep it a interactive session as much as possible. So, we would need maximum participation from you guys. Of course, questions and all are welcome. Any small doubt, do not hesitate to ask us. We'll be taking up a question and answer session towards the end of the call as well. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think maybe we can wait for a minute or so and then we can start off with the session. Neha, I think that would be okay.
Go ahead, please, let's start.
Sure. Meanwhile, Charvi, if you can just share your screen, it will be great.
Yeah.
I will just like to take 2 more questions before we start off with the session. राजू लक्ष्मी मैम ने पूछा है फैटी लिवर के लिए अरहर दाल अच्छी है या नहीं है. See, basically fatty liver has nothing to do with the protein content, but at the same time majority of the fatty liver is because of the cholesterol that we are putting inside the body and the fat deposition. जो body में fat का deposition है और cholesterol जो हम ले रहे हैं उसके लिए है. अरहर दाल is very good. आपकी दालें जितनी भी हैं those are protein heavy and they do have some amount of fiber. I will recommend जो भी दालें आप ले रहे हैं, अगर आप छिलके वाली दालें ले रहे हैं वो ज्यादा बेटर है आपके फैटी लीवर के लिए. And gastric issues, are they related to the sleep disorder? Sometimes some gastric issues can actually lead to the sleep impairment. मतलब sleep को इफेक्ट करता है gastric issues. So it is better अगर आपका gut health अच्छा है. We will also be discussing some nutrients during this call जो हम लोगों को लेने चाहिए specifically sleep को improve करने के लिए. I think अगर हम वो nutrients को include करते हैं अपनी diet में तो gut health भी अच्छा रहेगा और sleep disorders को भी हम लोग prevent कर सकते हैं.
So I think, Kirti, let's take the questions at the end. Last, we will finish the session by 11:30 and then 15 minutes Q&A, and last 15 minutes we can give to the users to talk to each other. I think that will be the good, idea to give them the time to interact and ask questions and share their journey with each other. So let's go ahead. Thank you so much for both of you to join us today. All the very best. Let's go ahead, girls, and please sit and listen to us carefully. We have Coach Charvi and Kirti over here. Both are our senior nutritionists who are going to help you and guide you towards a better sleep and how to take care of it. Can take ahead, Coach.
Thank you so much, Neha. So yes, good morning, everyone. My name is Charvi, as I mentioned earlier, and our topic for today is all about sleep and diabetes, how prioritizing sleep is really, really important in order to manage diabetes. Okay. So when we talk about sleep, basically, mainly we first talk about the circadian rhythm. Now, basically, what is a circadian rhythm? So basically, everyone, be it diabetics or people who are non-diabetics, everyone has a body clock, which we call as a circadian rhythm. Okay, so this is a natural body clock basically. And, our body, goes through changes depending on this circadian rhythm. And, it repeats every day basically. सो इट्स बेसिकली अ इंटरनल क्लॉक वी कैन से, जैसे हमारा नॉर्मल टाइम क्लॉक होता है, सिमिलरली ये हमारा एक बॉडी का क्लॉक होता है, इनबिल्ट बॉडी क्लॉक होता है, ठीक है। सो ये सर्कैडियन रिदम की वजह से यू नो अ लॉट ऑफ आर
चार्वी चार्वी 1 सेकेंड, चार्वी बहुत इको हो रही है वॉइस। कीर्ति आपके लिए भी इको हो रही है चार्वी की वॉइस?
It is the same for
चार्वी
me.
जस्ट चेक इट वंस, बहुत इको हो रहा है, आवाज क्लियर नहीं है।
जस्ट गिव मी वन।
कीर्ति यू कैन टेक इट ओवर।
Is it
Sure.
better now? Is it better?
Yes, it is better for me.
डोर्स थोड़ा, या तो इधर यू कैन ओपन द डोर ऑफ।
Actually, the doors are open only, so that.
सरप्राइजिंगली लाइक थोड़ा इको हो रहा है, आई कांट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई।
Okay, Kirti, you can take over. I'll just check in once.
I can take it over from here. So basically, जैसे हम circadian rhythm की बात कर रहे थे, circadian rhythm is basically a natural body clock. तो आपकी बॉडी एक क्लॉक की तरीके से काम करती है। जब मॉर्निंग में सनराइज करता है, हम लोग की बॉडी वेक होती है, हम लोगों के सारे ऑर्गन, सारे फंक्शंस काम करना दोबारा से शुरू करते हैं, एंड बाय द टाइम द सन सेट्स हमारी बॉडी स्टार्ट शटिंग इट्स फंक्शंस डाउन। वो अपने फंक्शंस को धीरे धीरे करके स्लो कर देती है। दैट इज व्हाई इट इज नॉर्मली सेड कि जब हम लोग मॉर्निंग में हम लोग सबसे ज्यादा एनर्जेटिक होते हैं, एंड बाय द टाइम वी स्लीप हम लोगों की एनर्जी लेवल्स लो हो जाते हैं, बिकॉज द बॉडी हैज स्टार्टेड मेकिंग चेंजेस इन इटसेल्फ। तो इसीलिए बहुत जरूरी है, हम लोगों की सबकी सर्केडियन रिदम बहुत अलग होती है। वी कैन नॉट जनरलाइज वन सर्केडियन रिदम फॉर एवरीवन, बट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हमारी बॉडी कैसे रिएक्ट कर रही है। चार्वी, आई थिंक यू कैन गो टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। So basically, when we talk about circadian rhythm, one of the major hormones जो हम 24 hours का sleep cycle जब हम बात करते हैं, one of the major hormones that actually impacts the sleep cycle as well as the circadian rhythm optimization, के circadian rhythm को improve करने के लिए एक बहुत important hormone है which is called as melatonin, जो body naturally ही produce करती है आपके sleep cycle को improve करने के लिए, but because of the irregular patterns, because of the irregular meal timing, sometimes हमारी जो बॉडी है वो प्रॉपरली मेलेटोनिन को प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर पाती। चार्वी, वुड यू लाइक टू टेक दिस स्लाइड?
Sure. Is my voice better?
Yeah, it is better for me.
Yes, it's perfect.
Yeah, great. So now, जैसे कीर्ति explained you कि circadian rhythm होता क्या है basically. So now we will talk about कि क्या क्या factors है वो जो आपकी body clock को affect करते हैं, ठीक है। So the first very important factor is कि आपका sleeping pattern कैसा है, ठीक है। So now when we talk about sleeping pattern, काफी लोगों को ऐसा होता है जिनका fixed sleeping pattern नहीं होता है। तो बेसिकली कोई लोग, कोई दिन आप 10 बजे सोते हो, कोई दिन आप 11 बजे सोते हो, कोई दिन 12 बजे सोते हो, सो यू डोंट हैव अ फिक्स स्लीपिंग पैटर्न। तो उसकी वजह से बेसिकली लाइक व्हाट हैपेंस इज आपका जो सर्कैडियन रिदम है वो आपका बहुत ज्यादा अफेक्ट होता है, बिकॉज यूजुअली व्हाट हैपेंस इज आप डेली अगर डिफरेंट डिफरेंट टाइम पे सोओगे तो आपका जो सिंक है, जो बॉडी क्लॉक का सिंक होता है, वो डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है पूरी तरीके से, एंड बेसिकली दैट विल ऑल्सो अफेक्ट ऑन आपका जो स्लीप का क्वालिटी है, आपका जो स्लीपिंग क्वालिटी है या आपका ड्यूरेशन ऑफ स्लीप है, that all is affected due to your irregular sleeping patterns. So try to set a sleeping pattern for you, like you can set a routine कि ठीक है I get done by 10:30 or 11 at night. So daily basis पे try to sleep at the same time or around the same time, so that you can maintain a sleeping pattern and your circadian rhythm is also something which is not affected. Okay. Now the second thing is your meal timings and consumption. So basically again, अब जब आपका sleeping pattern irregular होता है तो again हमारा meals भी accordingly फिर irregular हो जाता है, क्योंकि people who work in office or who come back late from office, they eat late meals, right? आप लोग 9 बजे, 9:30, 10 बजे हम खाना वगैरह खाते हैं, तो उसके वजह से then we don't sleep early also. So एक हमें ट्राई करना है that we set our meal timings as well, कि like whatever happen a here and there is fine, but try करना है कि हम हमारा meal timing is set करें, and always make it a point कि 2 to 3 hours before your sleep timings, your dinner should be completed. And I would say it would be better if you all can complete your dinner by 8 p.m. so that you have enough time before going to bed. Your body has enough time before going to bed for all the digestion and other processes to get completed. Okay. The third very, very important factor is your stresses. So अब stress कोई भी तरीके के हो सकते हैं. It could be any kind of a personal stress, or it can be a professional stress as well, work-related stress, or anything for that matter. So basically, जब भी हमारी body stress में होती है, it releases a hormone.
Charvi, can we take it in English?
Yeah, sure. I can take it in English as well. Yeah. So whenever our body is undergoing any kind of a stress, there is a release of a hormone called as cortisol, right? So now this cortisol, it affects your circadian rhythm. So stresses, if you are very high on a professional work level, that will also affect your body's clock, which is basically your circadian. So now coming to the most important part, which is कि कौन से nutrients आप ले सकते हो in order to improve onto your sleep and your sleep quality. So there are some basic nutrients which you can on a regular day basis include in your diet so that we can improve onto your sleep cycle and sleep patterns. Okay. So to start with, the very first ingredient is magnesium. So when we talk about this mineral, it is basically, it basically helps us with calming down your nervous system. So it has a calming effect on your nervous system, and the neurotransmitters which are there in our body, which help in improving your sleep quality, or it also promotes your sleep. That is also something which is regulated with the help of this mineral. And अब इसके sources क्या है? What kind of foods you can add in order to get this mineral is all your dark green leafy vegetables like say spinach, kale, methi, all of these vegetables you can add. Apart from that, all your nuts and seeds, say almonds, pistachios, walnuts, your pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, and whole grains. Say jawar or wheat or say bajra, all of your whole grains, these are your major sources to get this mineral from. So including all of these sources, it will help in improving the sleep quality. At the same time, it will help in promoting good sleep. The second very important vitamin is vitamin B6. So basically, this vitamin is responsible for the production of serotonin, which we call as the happy hormone as well. And this, indirectly helps in regulating your sleeping patterns. So now if your sleeping patterns are regulated, automatically your circadian rhythm is something which is maintained, and, then it doesn't have the effect on diabetes. So again, the sources for vitamin B12, B6 is your chickpeas, if we call it in a local language, we also call it वो छोले जो हम बोलते हैं, white छोले. Those are called as chickpeas. Apart from that, salmon, chicken is also very rich with vitamin B6, and bananas. So bananas are something I know you might all have heard ki diabetes hota hai, so you should not eat bananas. But bananas in a restricted quantity is completely fine to take. That would not be a problem. Okay. The third very important hormone is melatonin. So Kirti also said when she was explaining the circadian rhythm that melatonin is a very, very important hormone, and it regulates your entire sleeping pattern. So basically, melatonin is a hormone which helps in inducing sleep. And this hormone is something which is naturally produced by the body. And apart from that, you can also get it from certain food items as well. So the sources for melatonin is basically, you can have the tart cherries. So the red cherries which we usually get, you can have those as well. At the same time, you can even have kiwis. Kiwis are also a very good source of melatonin. And even you can try, some people can also try having chamomile tea. That is also really good with inducing sleep. Okay. Kiti, you want to take up?
Yes, sure, sure. So the other two nutrients that we will be talking about would be, first of all, would be tryptophan. Melatonin, as we discussed, it is a natural hormone, and it is made, it is secreted when body has enough amount of tryptophan in it. Tryptophan, it is basically an amino acid. ट्रिप्टोफैन एक अमाइनो एसिड है जो बॉडी में हेल्प करता है. हमारा सेरोटोनिन और मेलेटोनिन दोनों ही आपके स्ट्रेस हार्मोन और स्लीप हार्मोन्स हैं जिनको प्रोड्यूस करने में आपकी हेल्प करता है. ट्रिप्टोफैन के मेजर सोर्सेज जो हम रेगुलर बेसिस पे इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं अपनी डाइट में, दीज आर चिकन, एग्स. चिकन में भी द लीन पार्ट ऑफ द चिकन इज मच बेटर. चिकन, एग्स, नट्स, सीड्स, ड्राई फ्रूट्स, ऑल दीज आर वेरी गुड इन ट्रिप्टोफैन. एंड अगर हम इसको रेगुलर बेसिस पे अपने रूटीन में इंक्लूड करते हैं तो वो हमें हेल्प करता है हमारा मेलेटोनिन और सेरोटोनिन इक्वली प्रोड्यूस करने में. The next important nutrient, which is also, one thing specifically when we talk about cholesterol. कोलेस्ट्रॉल को बढ़ाने में, कोलेस्ट्रॉल को बैलेंस करने में, बट एट द सेम टाइम स्लीप पैटर्न को इम्प्रूव करने में भी हेल्प करता है ओमेगा 3. अगर हम लोग इसका कंटेंट बहुत ज्यादा ले रहे हैं अपने डेली रूटीन में, इफ यू आर टेकिंग अ लार्ज क्वांटिटी ऑफ ओमेगा 3 फैटी एसिड्स इन द डाइट, समटाइम्स इट कैन ऑल्सो लीड टू इंक्रीज इन द कोलेस्ट्रॉल. सो द पोर्शन साइज नीड्स टू बी टेकन इनटू कंसिडरेशन. पोर्शन साइज को ध्यान रखते हुए हमें ओमेगा 3 को ऐड ऑन करना है, जो आपकी बॉडी में एक तो इन्फ्लेमेशन को हेल्प प्रिवेंट करने में हेल्प करता है और साथ ही साथ में स्लीप पैटर्न को इम्प्रूव करने में हेल्प करता है. मेजर सोर्सेज आपके ओमेगा 3 के होते हैं चिया सीड्स, जो हम लोग अभी सेशन शुरू होने से पहले हम चिया सीड्स के बारे में बात कर रहे थे. यू कैन जस्ट सोक देम ओवरनाइट एंड यू कैन टेक इट बिफोर गोइंग टू बेड. आप इसको थोड़े से पानी में सोक कर लीजिए अच्छे से और आप उसको सोने से पहले आप ले सकते हो. फ्लैक्स सीड्स आर आल्सो
Kitty, there is a constant request that people are not able to understand. Take it in English.
Okay. Okay, so I'll just first of all I'll talk in English and then I can maybe
Yeah, we can
repeat
do
the
it
same.
later on to just come. Yeah, to just
Yes,
give it a
sure.
gist.
Sure. So basically, for the tryptophan, as I was discussing, tryptophan is one of the major amino acids that the body generally, body generally utilizes to produce the melatonin hormone and secrete the serotonin as well. जो मेजर सोर्सेज आर चिकन, एग्स, नट्स एंड सीड्स. तो ट्रिप्टोफैन को हम अगर अपनी डाइट में इंक्लूड करना चाहते हैं तो हम लोग चिकन, एग्स, नट्स और सीड्स को ऐड ऑन कर सकते हैं, जो हमें सेरोटोनिन और मेलेटोनिन दोनों को ही प्रोडक्शन में हेल्प करता है. नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूट्रिएंट दैट वी वर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट वाज ओमेगा 3 फैटी एसिड्स, जो हमारी बॉडी में इन्फ्लेमेशन को रिड्यूस करने में हेल्प करता है. एंड उसके मेजर सोर्सेज हैं चिया सीड्स, फ्लैक्स सीड्स, हेम्प सीड्स, ड्राई फ्रूट्स जो हम ले रहे हैं, वॉलनट स्पेसिफिकली. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट हम लोग इसको किस तरीके से यूज कर सकते हैं, चिया सीड्स को हम बटर मिल्क में डाल सकते हैं, सोक कर सकते हैं. यू कैन ऑल्सो सोक चिया सीड्स इन वाटर. So in order to add omega 3 fatty acids which will help reduce the inflammation and promote better sleep, we can include sources like chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds and walnuts in the diet. Some options like how we can include these options would be, you can add chia seeds in your buttermilk. You can even add grounded flax seeds in your buttermilk and even in the raitas that we generally prepare, and we can add it in the diet accordingly. Can we shift to the next slide, Charvi? Right. So basically stages of sleep cycle, in order to understand कि हम लोगों का sleep pattern अच्छा है नहीं है, हम लोगों को पहले ये समझना पड़ेगा कि sleep cycle आपकी जो 7 से 8 घंटे की नींद आप लेते हैं उसमें भी आपकी काफी सारी stages होती हैं जिस पे हमें काम करना होता है. The first stage and the foremost stage is the drowsy stage. ये generally आपके जो sleep cycle के first 10-15 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes होते हैं उस time पे रहती है, where you feel drowsy, where you feel that you're about to sleep. Stage 2 generally goes on with the light sleep, जो generally आपके first 20 minutes तक last करती है. तो यहाँ पे इस stage में you generally are in a very easy sleep, जहाँ पे हम लोगों को थोड़ा सा भी अगर noise होती है तो we get disturbed. So it is just first 20 minutes of that sleep that we generally go ahead. The next stage, which is very important, which is the moderate sleep. Here, this is the most important time where the disturbance, if the people are people with heavy thoughts, or people who are thinking, overthinking, this time is the time when the sleep generally gets disturbed for them. So we need to be a little bit more conscious about the moderate sleep cycle, which generally lasts up to 10 to 20 minutes. जो moderate sleep cycle है वो 10 से 20 मिनट तक लास्ट करती है. उसके बाद जो हमारी स्लीप होती है वो जनरली डीप स्लीप होती है. पीपल हु आर एक्चुअली गेटिंग अ गुड अमाउंट ऑफ स्लीप जनरली गोज ऑन टू स्टेज 4, जो डीप स्लीप रहती है, विच जनरली लास्ट अप टू 30 मिनट्स. उसके बाद जो हमारी स्लीप पैटर्न आता है, दैट इज योर REM स्लीप, विच इज रैपिड आई मूवमेंट स्लीप. जनरली इस टाइम पे जो हम लोगों के ड्रीम्स होते हैं वो हम लोग देखते हैं. एंड मेनी ऑफ अस, most of us, I would rather say, because of the stress levels, because of the other hormonal changes in the body, we normally do not come to the REM sleep cycle as well. So हम लोगों को अपनी sleep cycle को इतना अच्छे से enhance करना है कि हम सारी stages को understand कर सकें और उसके बारे में आगे proceed कर सकें. You would like to add anything, Coach Charvi है? Coach, you are on mute.
Charvi, you are muted.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
So basically, as Kirti rightly said, a lot of people, especially when we have diabetes, we do not reach up to REM because, when we are reaching to a moderate sleep cycle, stage, or probably say deep sleep stage, usually, some people have these symptoms of, frequent urination, say probably, or people, they have a very light sleep. So usually we tend not to reach the REM sleep levels. क्योंकि हमको either we have to wake up very frequently, say for urination, या कोई लोगों की normally they just wake up, they open up their eyes and then they're not able to sleep for another 15-20 minutes. So when you're not able to sleep another, for say another 15-20 minutes or half an hour, so it becomes very very difficult कि आप REM तक पहुंच भी पाओ. So what our goal should be, we should strive कि we try to reach the REM sleep stage like as much as possible in order to balance out our body's clock as well, which is the circadian rhythm. And this is indirectly related to your blood sugar levels as well. Jitna better sleep hoga aapka, next day if you see, your fasting and everything will come out to be much more better. If you don't have a deep sleep, if it's a very light sleep, a very disturbed sleep, then definitely your sugar levels, no matter how well you've eaten, or probably, how well, you had, your lifestyle or say physical activity and all, if your sleep patterns are not regularized, if you're not sleeping, your sugar levels would never. So, sleep cycle is something which is very important. And for this, you will have to follow one kind of a sleep schedule. आपको एक sleep schedule decide करना पड़ेगा, then only, you can maintain your sleep and try to reach to this REM stage. All right. So definitely we'll be telling you how to maintain a sleep cycle, what all you can do in order to, maintain a sleep cycle. So this is something about sleep hygiene. So basically, how can you make sure कि आपका जो sleep का quality है, it is not compromised, and you can probably have a better quality of sleep. So the first very, very important thing is you have to stop, having anything which has caffeine after 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Because post 12 p.m., if you have caffeine and all, it, really, disturbs your sleeping pattern. So say tea or coffee or, any kind of carbonated beverages and all, everything contains caffeine. So we have to try and avoid taking, as much as caffeine possible after 12 p.m. in order to improve our sleeping patterns. Second very important thing is limiting your daytime naps. So say मान लो आप दोपहर में, you've slept for say 2 hours. then of course it will be difficult for you to sleep again at night, say at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. It gets very difficult. We really don't get sleep if you've slept, too much into your daytime. So one is try to limit your daytime naps. You can take a small power nap of say 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but try not to exceed that time space. Apart from that, exercising. Regular exercises helps in releasing, certain hormones which are really good for your sleep levels as well. Plus, at the same time, your body will also be a little bit physically tired. So, automatically, if your body is physically tired and all, you get better. So that is also indirectly related. The fourth thing is exposure to natural sunlight. So in the morning, like nowadays, see, we all have this habit that, we cover ourselves entirely with clothes or say a lot of sunscreens and caps and everything. And nowadays, we usually don't wander out and all. We're always sitting inside our houses or say offices, and it's all AC. We, close all the windows also. There's no source of sunlight which is coming in. So it is very important that we try to expose ourselves to as much as natural sunlight as possible. You'll get a good amount of vitamin D as well. At the same time, it will help you in maintaining your sleeping pattern. Apart from that, tech, like, your screen time, again, is a very, very important part. Make sure 1 hour before your sleep timings, you stop using all your devices, be it television, be it your mobile phone, be it laptops or anything. Make it a point that 1 hour before you go to bed, you've stopped using all of these devices. Yeah, if it's a very important thing, if it's an emergency or something, that's a different thing. Or say possibly if you're listening to any kind of a sleep podcast or say a sleep story, then it's okay if you're listening it from a distance, but try to avoid, your screen time. Don't look into the screen or use social media or anything like that before your sleeping. And apart from that, your meals, as I said earlier also, there should be a gap of minimum 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed, so that, your body is well prepared, the food which you've eaten is properly absorbed, digested, and, your sleep pattern also gets a little better. Apart from that, also try to maintain a sleeping pattern, as in take a consistent time at what time you're sleeping and your wake up time also. Both of these times is something you should be consistent with. It shouldn't be like कि कोई दिन हम 7 बजे उठ रहे हैं, कोई दिन 9 o'clock को उठ रहे हैं, कोई दिन 6 बजे उठ रहे हैं. So if you do that, automatically your sleeping time is also something which would be disturbed. So try to maintain a consistent schedule in terms of your sleeping time and waking up. And apart from that, of course, 7 to 9 hours of sleep is something which is recommended per night, actually. So 7 to 9 hours something you should be targeting in order to, fulfill your body's sleeping patterns. All right. So now this is one schedule which we have developed in order to improve onto your sleeping time. So first of all, as I've repeatedly said from starting, that you have to fix a bedtime. And ideally, a very good bedtime, like to go to sleep, is at 10:30 p.m. at night. So 10:30 p.m., try to fix a bedtime for all days. Yeah, then there can be exceptions on some days, but majority of the time, try to sleep by 10:30. Then second thing is, make sure that 1 hour before your bedtime, which is at 9:30 p.m., all your, like lightings in your surroundings or say in your bedroom where you're sleeping, is, you dim out the lights. Because if there are very bright lights around you, obviously there are chances that, you won't feel drowsy and you won't be able to go to sleep. So make sure like 1 hour before your bedtime, you dim the lightings in your surroundings. And also at 9:30, you have to start, like you have to stop yourself from using any kind of gadgets. As I said, your mobile phones or television or say laptops. At 9:30, make sure that you are stopping all your screen timings. You can put your phone on like, a sleeping mode so that, you're not getting loud notification sounds and all. So this all should be done 1 hour before your bed. Now, once you've done that, you can try and take a warm water bath, and so that you feel a little fresh, you feel a little relaxed as well before going to bed, and change into a pair of clean washed cotton clothes. So they really help in maintaining your body's temperature as well. And once your body's temperature is maintained, automatically your sleeping pattern also automatically improves. And if for people who usually don't have a very good sleep quality or something, half an hour before going to bed, which is, say, if your sleep schedule is your bedtime is fixed at, say, 10:30, then around 10 p.m., which is half an hour before your bedtime, you can drink a cup of pure chamomile tea. Now, what is a chamomile tea? Basically, it's a flowering tea. So chamomile is the name of a flower, and you directly get these dry flowers. So you get it in a tea bag form as well, or you get these dried flowers like in a loose form as well. So you just have to take those dried flowers, boil it in water properly, let the aroma and all seep into the water, and you can have just a small cup of this chamomile tea half an hour before going to bed. Continue usage of this tea have really helped in improving sleeping patterns in a lot of individuals. There have been a lot of researches also which have been conducted, which says that chamomile tea has really helped in improving your sleeping patterns, because it helps in melatonin production as well. So that is again very important.
Up here, people who don't like the chamomile tea can go with the blue tea. It's easily available in the market and very effective in improving your sleep quality. Now, understand one thing here. We are taking the chamomile tea or the blue tea as a medicine. It's not for the taste. It is going to help you in enhancing your sleep quality. So please, sometimes, it's very important to understand what is the need of an hour. If we have to take it as a medicine instead of taking any sleeping pill, I'm sure 100% better choice than taking a sleeping pill. You can go with the chamomile tea, you can go with the blue tea. You can also try putting the lavender diffuser in your room. You can try taking bath with the Epsom salt. You can try, because again, Epsom salt has magnesium, which enhances your sleep quality. You can go with options like, even taking the nutmeg tea. Nutmeg tea again is very helpful in improving your sleep quality. So there is no restriction. Don't try to just restrict your mind that, I don't like the taste, but it's instead of that, look at the benefits you are getting. One day we don't get the sleep. I can completely relate to you how disaster, and it's so exhausting. The next day we are completely out of energy. We don't have any energy to do the work. We are lost. We have brain fog. So please focus and understand what is the requirement. Over to you, Charvi. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Neha, for your inputs. And apart from that, now I said that, 1 hour before your sleep timings, you have to stop with all the gadgets and everything. So now you'll be saying कि अभी 1 घंटा करना क्या है फिर, अगर gadgets भी नहीं देखेंगे, lights भी dim कर दिया है या कुछ नहीं करना है, तो what do we do one? So probably you can try to listen to some light, relaxing music or something. You can just put on a music, a very light, low volume. You can just put on a music. Or else, nowadays, people who like, drawing, coloring and all, you get these adult coloring books as well. You can try coloring. Or probably people who are fond of reading books, they can go towards reading any kind of books, like, which you feel is relaxing for you. It is de-stress. It's a stress buster for you. So you can try and read some books. Or people who do not like reading books or say even coloring, they can also listen to some, relaxing, meditative podcasts, or you can also listen to some sleep stories, which will also help in inducing sleep and improving the qualities of sleep. So in that 1 hour before your bedtime, you can try doing all of these things, which would really help in improving the quality of sleep. And once the quality of sleep is improved, automatically your body will be able to reach to the REM stage, which is the rapid eye movement stage. And once you reach there, there's nothing better than reaching the REM stage. So these are some of the factors which we've listed here, which can help in improving your sleeping quality and pattern. So try to, include as much as possible in order to. So now we'd be talking about how to cope up with your sleep issues. People who are having different kind of sleep, how to cope up with this. So Kirti would be taking over now. Over to you.
Yes, for sure. So, as Coach Charvi very, very wonderfully discussed about, about how to form a sleep schedule, how to go ahead with, and, go ahead और हम लोग को कैसे कैसे कौन सी स्टेज पे हम लोगों को किस तरीके से क्या क्या चीजें रेमेडीज फॉलो करनी चाहिए. आई थिंक दैट विल हेल्प मोस्ट ऑफ अस टू गेट बेटर स्लीप. बट जो चीजें हमने थोड़ा सा जिस्ट में डिस्कस करी हैं, वही रेमेडीज को हम लोग थोड़ा सा डिटेल में और अच्छे से डिस्कस करते हैं. Specifically, many a times we have seen जब भी sugar levels जल्दी fluctuate हो रहे हैं. If sugar levels are fluctuating very often, specifically at night for many of us individuals, the sleep pattern generally gets disturbed. So having a diabetic friendly nutritious diet with proper balance of nutrients is also one of the most important things. Nutrients which we generally require specifically at night, a good amount of protein so that your body will get that satiation value, that the body is full for longer. Many a times if we are having more of a carbohydrate dense meal, specifically at night, the sugar levels fluctuate very often, and then the sleep pattern generally gets disturbed because of the change in the sugar. So having a diabetic friendly nutritious diet might help. तो बेसिकली आपका डायबिटिक फ्रेंडली डाइट अगर हम ले रहे हैं, जहाँ पे हम एक बैलेंस मेंटेन कर रहे हैं, प्रॉपर प्रोटीन्स का, फाइबर्स का, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स का, वो अच्छा है हम लोगों की स्लीप पैटर्न के लिए, ताकि हमारे रात को कम से कम फ्लक्चुएशंस हो. Secondly, we should avoid consuming foods like caffeine, which does contain caffeine, specifically like coffee, tea, soft drinks, chocolates. Many a times, I have personally get many clients. I got many clients who generally say हम लोगों की आदत है हम रात को सोने से पहले चाय पीते हैं, या हम डिनर के बाद में चाय पीते हैं, या फिर कभी कभार स्ट्रेस ज्यादा होता है, काम कर रहे होते हैं रात को, अगर हम इफ यू आर वर्किंग लेट एट नाइट, वी जनरली प्रेफर हैविंग अ टी और कॉफी एट दैट टाइम. I will strictly, request you all not to do that. Instead, you can actually choose the healthier alternatives that Coach Charvi and Coach Neha already mentioned. Nutmeg tea, blue tea, chamomile tea, and sometimes there's one more tea which I generally recommend, which is lemon balm tea. It is also very good for treating insomnia as well as stress issues. अगर आपको stress है, इंसोमनिया है, स्लीप पैटर्न डिस्टर्बेंस है, ये सारी ही टीज आपको बहुत हेल्प करेंगी. यू कैन जस्ट आस्क योर कोच हाउ टू प्रिपेयर. इट इज सिमिलर टू व्हाट ग्रीन टी, हाउ ग्रीन टी इज प्रिपेयर. बट अगर किसी स्पेसिफिक टी का कोई अलग प्रोसीजर है, आपके कोचेस आपको हेल्प कर सकते हैं. बट ट्राई टू अवॉइड टेकिंग कैफीन स्पेसिफिकली नियर द बेड टाइम, और इवन आफ्टरनून के बाद भी. हम लोग इवनिंग टाइम में मोस्ट ऑफ अस डू टेक अ टी. Try to avoid or switching them with some green tea or chamomile tea. That will help us to maintain a better sleep routine. Now coming to the next point, which is make the dinner lightest and finish it at least a few hours before bedtime. अभी कोच चारवी ने ये चीज बहुत अच्छे से हाईलाइट करी है, because many a times what happens, अगर हम खाने और सोने के बीच में टाइम नहीं रख रहे हैं, if we are not keeping enough amount of time between our sleep and our dinner time, we generally see, अगर हम heavy meals ले रहे हैं, specifically with the heavier meals, we generally see bloating is there, constipation is there, gastric issues are there, which may cause interruption in the sleep pattern. That is why it is very important for the body to digest the food properly before you actually go to bed. खाने को डाइजेस्ट करना बहुत जरूरी है जब हम सोने जाएं उससे पहले. इसके लिए इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एटलीस्ट 2 to 3 hours ऑफ गैप बिटवीन योर स्लीप पैटर्न एंड योर डिनर टाइम इज रिकमेंडेड. अलोंग विद दैट थोड़ा सा लाइट वॉकिंग, थोड़ा सा कुछ बेसिक एक्सरसाइजेस. वी जनरली रिकमेंड एंटी ग्रेविटी एक्सरसाइजेस, नाइट्रिक ऑक्साइड डंप, स्टेयर क्लाइंबिंग. दीज आर सम एक्सरसाइजेस दैट यू कैन एक्चुअली डू पोस्ट योर meals, which will actually help you balance your sleep pattern as well as help you digest the food properly. खाना digest करने के लिए कुछ छोटी छोटी exercises, light walking हो गया, थोड़ा stair climbing हो गया, थोड़ा सा थोड़ा light roaming around or maybe a light stroll might help you balance your sugar levels. तो आपके sugar levels को भी balance करेगा, आपके खाने को digest करने में भी help करेगा और gastric issues को भी prevent करने में help करेगा, जो आपके sleep pattern को अच्छे sleep pattern को promote करेंगे. One of the major components, specifically in this competitive era and in this new generation, we have actually made it a habit of smoking. Smoking is one of the major important factors that we need to consider, because many of the cases of sleep apnea we have seen, smoking is one of the major concerns that we have to work on. Because जब भी हम smoke करते हैं, हमारे जो lungs हैं, they are mostly not able to work properly, and which is causing more of the snoring at night, जिसकी वजह से हमारा जो sleep है वो disturb होता है. Most probably for the asthmatic patients we have seen, asthmatic patients हैं या फिर sleep apnea patients हैं, उनका main concern यही होता है कि वो ठीक से नहीं सो पा रहे हैं because of the snoring. That can be actually catered down if we remove the smoking part. So just be a little bit more considerate about how you feel specifically after smoking, not only considering the short term impact, but at least we should consider the long term impacts as well. Yeah, maybe we can go to the next slide, shall we? Yeah. So along with smoking, alcohol is also one of the major important factors which we have seen might impact the sugar levels as well as the sleep pattern. Generally, if we consume alcohol before going to bed, I've seen people consuming alcohol after their dinner, or having alcohol and then having their dinner late at night and then sleeping, इसकी वजह से हमारे sugars में तो fluctuation होता ही होता है, but at the same time, multiple times we have seen it also impacts the sleep pattern. So it is always recommended to allow at least a minimum of 3 hours between drinking alcohol and going to bed, so that your hormonal imbalance is actually good. Many a times smoking and alcohol also produces dehydration. Smoking और alcohol जो भी रहता है वो आपकी बॉडी में dehydration भी करता है, जिसकी वजह से आपकी बॉडी में शुगर लेवल्स जो होता है, शुगर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन जो होता है वो बढ़ जाता है. उसकी वजह से भी शुगर के फ्लक्चुएशन जो होते हैं वो ज्यादा होते हैं. Along with that, one of the most important factors, and I think most of us our coaches are actually pushing you guys on that, कि रेगुलरली एक्सरसाइज करना बहुत जरूरी है. हम ऐसा कहते हैं कि अगर हमें थकावट होगी तो हमें नींद अच्छी आती है, राइट? So if we are actually exercising well, it is very important for a good blood circulation, proper blood circulation, कि अगर हम exercise कर रहे हैं, blood circulation अच्छा होगा, and the glucose will be equally and evenly distributed in the body, which will help you sleep better throughout the night. Along with that, again, having a proper regular sleep schedule is one of the most important priorities. I will seriously request, I was just looking into a few questions also. Many of us are finding it difficult to, have a proper sleep schedule. I will request you all, आप अपने coaches से बात कीजिए. ये हम लोगों ने सिर्फ एक basic idea दिया था sleep schedule का, but you, as per your working hours, as per your shifts which you are working in, आपके coaches आपको ज़्यादा अच्छे से help कर सकते हैं अपना sleep schedule को बनाने में. So having the similar sleep schedule as well as having the similar sleep timing might help. Thirdly, it is also very important, as Coach Charvi really mentioned, कि आपकी melatonin को produce करने में, आपके brain को function करने में एक बहुत important चीज जरूरी है, which is कि आपका environment कैसा है. जब आप सोने जा रहे हैं, environment को ध्यान में रखना बहुत जरूरी है. Keeping your bedroom cool, dark and quiet is very important. Sometimes we do have a tendency कि अगर light जल रही होती है उसमें हम सो रहे हैं, या we generally keep a small light. Just dim that light. Do not sleep whenever you are in a very lit area. तो उस केस में just keep away the electronic devices that you have. Maybe phones. We do have a tendency, हम लोग रात को सोने से पहले WhatsApp चेक करते हैं, फोन चेक करते हैं, Instagram चेक करते हैं, YouTube पे हम वीडियोस देख रहे होते हैं. Just make sure at least half an hour of gap between all using this electronic devices and sleep is itself. It will make a huge difference specifically in your sleep pattern. Putting devices away, putting the sounds away, it is very important for you to sleep quicker and to sleep sound. तो अगर हम लोग ये devices को दूर रखेंगे, instead we can actually incorporate, जैसे कोच चार्वी ने हमें बताया sleep schedule के लिए, we can actually listen to some healing music. We can put one speaker. What I generally do is, कभी अगर मुझे नींद नहीं आती है, मैं एक छोटा सा स्पीकर है मेरे पास, मैं वो दूर रखती हूँ, उसको मिनिमम वॉइस पे रखती हूँ और दूर रखती हूँ, अपने रूम से थोड़ा सा अलग रखती हूँ, जिसमें मैं थोड़ा सा साउंड, बेसिकली हीलिंग म्यूजिक इज देयर. देन तिबेटन बोल्ड म्यूजिक इज वेरी गुड फॉर योर स्लीप पैटर्न. आई थिंक post this session, maybe I can share, a few of these videos with Coach Neha as well. She can circulate it in your premium groups as well, so that you can listen to those videos. Some sleep music, yoga nidra session. Every day we are conducting yoga nidra sessions, जो आप attend कर सकते हैं, which will help you relax a little, unwind a little before you are going to bed. I think it is very important. वो बहुत जरूरी है. Along with that, exercise plays a very important role, specifically in managing the sugar levels. But at the same time, over exercising is also one thing which actually we have seen impacts the sleep pattern. Sometimes what people do is कि हम लोगों को सिर्फ रात को टाइम मिल रहा है एक्सरसाइज करने का, so we are actually going for a run at night, or we are exercising just before the bedtime. It actually, whenever we exercise, there's a hormone which is produced called as dopamine, which is a happy hormone, जो आपकी बॉडी को एनर्जाइज करता है, आपकी बॉडी को एक्टिवेट करता है, जिसकी वजह से अगर मैं स्लीप पैटर्न पे ध्यान दूं, तो अगर मैं एक्सरसाइज कर रही हूँ और उसके आधे घंटे बाद में सो रही हूँ, मुझे नींद नहीं आएगी, बिकॉज माई बॉडी इज फुल ऑफ एनर्जी एट दिस टाइम. So it is always recommended कि अगर आप कुछ strenuous exercise कर रहे हैं, you can do it in the early hours, और कुछ break down करके कर सकते हैं. Before going to bed, don't go ahead with a very continuous or a strenuous exercise which is recommended. Yeah, so these were a few basic tips that we can go ahead. I think now Coach Charvi can go ahead for some yoga poses which we can actually use for the better sleep.
Sure. So now we've listed down only like 4 basic yoga poses which you can actually do on a regular day basis, which over time will help you improve your sleep quality and it will help in better sleep. अब इसमें ऐसा है कि आपने एक दिन किया और आप बोलोगे कि my sleep should get better today because I've done it today. That is not possible. Yoga is something over time, if you do it on a regular day basis, if you're regular with the routine, it slowly helps in improving. So एक दिन करने से benefit नहीं मिलेगा. You'll have to make sure that you are consistent with it. Okay. So these are 4 very basic poses. I think a lot of people might already be knowing about the poses. So first pose, as we call it, is the standard standing forward bend. We also call it as Uttasana. So basically, you just have to stand on both of your feet, take both your hands and bend down forward. It's not very necessary that both your hands should be touching the ground. Like however you can bend, jitna niche aap ja sako, how much ever niche you can go, you just have to go and hold that yoga pose. So आपका body जितना allow करता है, आप उतना bend कीजिए and stand in the same. The second one is the happy baby pose. So we also call this as the Anand Balasana pose. So basically you have to just lie on your back, take both your legs upwards, and you know how babies play, they take the legs up and they just move it front and back. So you just have to do the same thing. Lie on your back, take your legs up from your hips and hold your toes of your legs with your hands and just move it front and back. Okay. The third pose is the butterfly pose. We also call it as the Supta Badasana Konasana pose. So nothing, again, you just have to sit, take both your feet and join them in front of you. You can hold it with your hands also if you're not able to, continuously keep them attached. You can hold them with your hand and then you can just flap both your legs. So how like a butterfly flaps the wings. Similarly, you just have to flap your legs, both the legs, after joining your feet. The fourth one and the last one and the easiest one is the corpse pose. We also call this as the Savasana. I think a lot of people who do yoga, they do this Savasana pose very, very frequently. So you have to do nothing. You just have to lie down. That's it. Both your hands on the ground. If you're doing this position like on your bed or on your ground or on the mat, nothing. You just have to lie down. Make sure your head is touching the ground or whatever platform you're using. Both your hands should be on the ground, and you just have to lie. That's it. So these are four basic poses. If done on a regular day basis and consistently, over time helps in better. So right now we'll be doing one or two breathing techniques also along with you guys, so that that
I'm
also
sorry to
will help.
interrupt. Charvi, I'm sorry to interrupt. Your voice is again very faded. We are not able to understand. Users are raising the concern. Can Kirti take it over?
Yes,
Sure.
yes, sure. Sure. I think, we were discussing about the yoga poses for a better sleep. There are 4 poses that we generally go ahead. हम लोग 4 poses generally लेते हैं. One is the butterfly pose. I think, we can later on share the video links as well. But ये आप कहीं पे भी YouTube पे भी search करेंगे butterfly pose, corpse pose, then, the Tadasana and, Shavasana. It is basically very important to balance your sleep pattern. And moving ahead, हम लोग मैं और कोच चार्वी कुछ छोटी छोटी ब्रीदिंग टेक्निक्स भी आपके साथ शेयर कर रहे हैं, सो दैट हम लोग वो साथ में एक बार कर सके, प्रैक्टिस कर सके, और आप रात को सोने से पहले स्पेसिफिकली फॉर द टाइम जब हम लोगों की रात को नींद खुल रही है, टूट रही है, हम लोग वो एक्सरसाइजेस हम लोग परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं. मुझे काफी सारे लोगों ने पूछा भी है कि हम लोग किस तरीके से अपना स्लीप पैटर्न इंप्रूव कर सकते हैं, स्पेसिफिकली अगर मेरी आधी रात में नींद खुल रही है. So it is always beneficial to first of all, perform any of these yoga asanas, and specifically Shavasana plays a very important role there. Just close your eyes, lie down in a relaxing position, and do some deep breathing exercise. So for the first exercise, मैं personally, demonstrate करना चाहूंगी. Coach Charvi, if you can just, put me in the spotlight. I think people will be able to see me better that way.
Stop sharing the screen. She's already spotlighted.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Should I stop sharing the screen?
Yes. You
Yes.
can just stop sharing. Maybe for this exercise, I want all of us to open up the cameras. सिर्फ 2 मिनट का एक्सरसाइज है, बट एट द सेम टाइम आई थिंक इट विल इम्पैक्ट मोस्ट ऑफ अस. ऑल वी नीड टू डू इज, मैं छोटे छोटे से बेसिक्स आपको बता देती हूँ. हमें अपने दोनों हाथ इस एक्सरसाइज के लिए यूज करने हैं, बट एट द सेम टाइम आई विल रिक्वेस्ट, आप अगर लेटे हुए हैं तो अच्छे से रिलैक्स होके लेटिए, स्ट्रेस करके मत लेटिए. अगर आप बैठे हैं तो बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट बैठिए, डोंट लंज डाउन, आगे या पीछे होके मत बैठिए. वील डू दिस एक्सरसाइज साइड बाय साइड. फॉर द फर्स्ट एक्सरसाइज हमें क्या करना है, हमें एक हाथ को सीधा रखना है और दूसरे हाथ से अपने उस हाथ को ट्रेस करना है. दिस इज द एक्सरसाइज दैट वी हैव टू डू. रूल्स ये हैं, जब हम ऊपर की तरफ जाएंगे, जब हम ऊपर की तरफ ट्रेस करेंगे, वी हैव टू इनहेल. जब हम टिप पे पहुंच जाएंगे, वी हैव टू होल्ड फॉर 2 to 3 seconds. फॉर द पीपल हु इज हैविंग हाइपरटेंशन, जिनको हाइपरटेंशन है, अगर वो होल्ड नहीं कर सकते हैं, डू नॉट होल्ड योर ब्रेथ फॉर एनी सेकेंड. जस्ट मेक श्योर जिनको हाइपरटेंशन नहीं है, बाकी सब लोग कर सकते हैं. जिसको ब्रेथलेसनेस नहीं होती है, वो यहाँ पे 2 सेकेंड के लिए होल्ड कर सकते हैं. जब हम हाथ को नीचे की तरफ ट्रेस करेंगे, ऑल वी हैव टू डू इज एक्सहेल विद अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ प्रेशर फ्रॉम आवर माउथ. Inhale करना है from the nose, exhale we have to do it from the mouth. That's all. I think the rules are a little bit clear. I can see many of us trying to practice it, so let us practice it together. I think it is better कि हम लोग एक बार साथ में practice करें. I'm starting the exercise. All we have to do, start from the base of your hand. Inhale, hold for 2 seconds. 1, 2. Exhale with your mouth with a little bit of pressure, keeping a check कि आपकी जितनी भी एंजाइटी है, जितना भी स्ट्रेस है, जितना भी टेंशन है, उसको आपको बाहर निकालना है at that particular point of time. We have reached here. Again inhale, hold for 2 seconds. 1, 2. Exhale. Again inhale, hold for 2 seconds. 1, 2. Exhale. Inhale again. 1, 2, hold for 2 seconds, then exhale. The last round, inhale. Hold for 2 seconds. 1, 2, exhale. It is a very efficient exercise to help you sleep as well as to relax your mind, to relax your thoughts, whatever thoughts you are having in your mind. I think अगर आप इसको दिन में जब भी आपको स्ट्रेस ज्यादा फील हो रहा है, आप उसको तभी भी प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं, but at least 2 times before going to bed you can practice this exercise, which will help you relax and unwind a little for yourself. और उसके बाद हम लोग इसको आगे कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं. हाउ मेनी राउंड आई विल रेकमेंड. मुझे काफी लोग पूछ रहे हैं कितने राउंड. एक राउंड अगर हम एक बार में ले रहे हैं तो दैट वुड बी ओके. अगर आप थोड़ा सा अच्छा फील कर रहे हैं, यू कैन एक्चुअली कंटिन्यू विद 2 राउंड. ये पूरे आपका 5 फिंगर्स का आपका एक राउंड होता है, तो 2 राउंड आप एक गो में कर सकते हैं. दैट विल बी बेटर. बट अगर ये टेक्निक नहीं तो आई थिंक कोच चार्वी विल डेमोन्स्ट्रेट वन मोर टेक्निक. इफ दैट हेल्प्स यू बेटर वी कैन गो अहेड विद दैट. ओवर टू यू कोच चार्वी.
Yeah. So the last technique is again, we call it as a box breathing technique. Okay. So basically we will be sharing, the PPT also with you. So you'll have a much better idea of what box breathing is, because due to time limitations right now, because we also want to take up some questions from you guys, and there's not a lot of time permit which is there. So basically a box breathe, I'll just tell you in brief basically what a box breathing technique is. So once we share the PPT with you guys, you'll see it on your screen as well. But basically it's like a box which is made, and from one corner to other is something which you have to breathe in at one, from the first corner to the second corner. Take a deep breath, breathe in. From the second corner to the third corner is something which you have to hold your breath. You don't have to breathe out. You have to hold the breath from second to the third corner. Now, from the third corner to the fourth corner is something you will breathe out. And from the fourth corner to again the first corner, you will hold. Now, again, from first to second, you will breathe in. Second to third, hold. Third to fourth, breathe out. And then fourth to first, you can hold. So this is also one box breathing technique which we, which you can do on a regular day basis, which will help you improve your breathing, routines as well. At the same time, it will help in improving your sleeping patterns as well. So these are just 1 or 2 simple techniques which you can use on a regular day basis, not just for sleep, but for your overall, diet and lifestyle maintenance as well. All right. So now I think if anyone has any questions, definitely we would be very happy to take that up. And do not worry, all the PPT would be shared in your premium groups. So it won't be individually sent. If you open the SugarFit app, go to the chat section, there is an option of a premium group, which we also call as the Warriors group. That is the right place wherein, you will find all the PPTs and the materials which we provide of the webinars. So please go to the premium group or the Warriors group. From there, you can access the PDFs and the presentations and everything. And anyone who has a question, we would request you all to please type it out in the chat box.
I think Uday ji ne hand raise kiya hai. Uday ji, if you can just put your question down in the chat box, it will be great.
Also, we are trying to answer to your questions on the chat box itself. So please just check your chat box as well. We've answered to a lot of questions in the chat box itself. So, Kitty, someone is asking what is a lemon balm tea and from where can you get it?
Yes, so it is just a normal tea, जैसे हम लोग tea लेते हैं, but lemon balm is actually a plant which is having very, a high content of, antioxidants that we generally have. So it is just आप normally अगर Amazon पे या फिर Flipkart पे check करेंगे, you can just check for lemon balm tea. तो tea leaves की तरह ही होता है. All you have to do is like take 1 glass of water, boil it a little. उसमें 1/4 spoon of lemon balm tea you have to put. Strain it after 2 minutes and then you can take it. Just like the chamomile tea, उसमें lemon balm का you might not be able to find out the sachet, but it is generally sold as the normal tea leaf. तो it's a plant basically. Lemon balm is a plant जिससे वो tea leaves extract की जाती हैं. It is very good for your antioxidants, for your melatonin production, and for your insomnia as well.
Okay, so Kirti, one more question. Someone has asked that, actually not someone, a lot of people have asked that, till 3 a.m. they are able to sleep by 3:30, but post that, they wake up and then not able to sleep. They are unable to sleep for that. So what could be, done in order to improve?
So I think I've actually mentioned a few comments as well. तो कुछ बार ऐसा होता है कि हम लोगों को ड्रीम्स आती हैं या फिर हम लोग वॉशरूम के लिए उठ रहे हैं, उसकी वजह से स्लीप डिस्टर्बेंसेस रहती हैं. So once you wake up, once you go to bed again, just make sure during this time you are not using your phone. Please make sure of that कि blue screen आप नहीं यूज कर रहे हैं. Just calm down, just relax, do these deep breathing techniques that we have actually discussed. वो ज्यादा बेटर है. एंड आप ताड़ासन या ऐसे जो हम लोगों ने योगा पोजेस हमने डिस्कस किए हैं वो आप कर सकते हैं टू हेल्प यू स्लीप बेटर. Secondly, you can also listen to the music. Both me and Coach Neha have actually shared the music links also in the chat box itself. We will also be sharing the same in the community group, the warrior group or the premium group जो हम लोगों का है. हम उसमें भी शेयर करेंगे so that you can get access to all of these. These are YouTube links only. So I think अगर आप ये कुछ टिप्स को फॉलो करेंगे वो आपके लिए बेटर होगा आपके स्लीप शेड्यूल को बैलेंस आउट करने के लिए.
And there's also one question which says that, someone has asked, like, what is the right time to go to bed? So as you know, we had already mentioned 10:30 is something which is a very, very good time to go to bed at. Yeah, definitely people who do night shifts and all, we know that it's not very convenient for them to go to bed at 9:30, but definitely you all can check with your coach that, I have a night shift. So how can I maintain my overall food pattern, food schedule? At the same time, how can I balance out my sleep? What are the timings? You can, discuss in detail that what are your sleeping patterns, what are your work timings, and how you can probably regulate it then. So I think coaches, your, like personal, the coaches which has been, given to you, they would be someone better who would be able to tell you about how can you manage your sleep and what kind of a schedule can you follow, because they know much about you. They know your entire sleeping schedules and eating patterns and everything. So I think you all can connect with your coaches for the same in order for people, who have night shifts and all of this.
Right. And one more thing, one question I would like to take up. There is one person who's asking कि अगर हम लोग रात को डार्क चॉकलेट लेते हैं, normally it is said to have a good impact on your sleep pattern, but जितना ज्यादा आप concentrated चॉकलेट ले रहे हैं, just make sure कि आपका उसमें कैफीन कंटेंट उतना ही ज्यादा जा रहा है, and it will help in activating your body rather than de-stressing your body. So it's better if you want to take dark chocolate, don't take it after the meal. You can take it any other time of the day. It is better to go ahead कि आप रात को डार्क चॉकलेट, कॉफी, कैफीन जैसे हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया, टी, कॉफी, कैफीन, डार्क चॉकलेट, प्लीज डोंट go ahead with such options before going to bed because it will hamper your sleep pattern.
Great. So I think this was all about the session. If you all have any doubts or anything, definitely you all can go ahead and ask your coaches about the same, because we have a little bit of time restriction here. So we won't be able to take up, I know you all have a lot of queries, a lot of doubts. So you all can definitely go ahead and ask in the premium groups. We would be happy to give you all the answers for all of your questions. Or you can reach out to your coaches as well. They can also help you with this.
Thank you so much, Charvi and Kirti, for the wonderful session. So I just want to take a moment to thank each one of you. And if you see, I'm sharing a link for the YouTube where we are uploading all the sessions now. So you can subscribe it and so that you get complete information about the uploaded sessions. So all the weekend webinars, Sunday or Saturday, what we are doing, we are uploading it over here because they are very heavy in size. Sometimes we try to send it and compress it and over the premium group, but we fail to do it because of the size issues. So you can upload. I have just shared the link over here in the chat section. Please join it, and you can watch all the recording of all the weekend webinars over there. Even for all the short information on the various topics are shared over there, please keep an eye on it. You can subscribe and use it. This is for you people. It's for your reference. These sessions are for you. And that's why we want you to all refer to it again and again. And for your reference, everything is there at one place. I hope you all enjoyed the session. But do make sure that you utilize the information because it's for you. Sleep is one of the major parameter which, if gets disturbed, it disturbs your hormone, it disturbs your blood sugar readings, it disturbs your heart health and your vital organs because night is the time when we detoxify. Those who are working for the late shift, if we can complete our sleep during the daytime, just consider that as a night as your daytime and the morning will be your nighttime. Please sleep well and make sure you are doing the gut cleansing. So we did the 5 days of gut cleansing. Those who have done and have observed very well the benefits of it, the readings have come down. Post-meal reading 120, 118. Who doesn't want that? It's a reading not even like, pre-diabetic or a non-diabetic person gets. So the lesser the blood sugar spikes, you will not understand. Jitna, whoever your blood sugar levels are under the control and in the particular range, it will help your, emotional health. It will help your overall vital functionings. It will help you in improving your complete, body system functioning because it enhances our energy. So our mitochondria absorbs all the glucose what we eat, and that helps in providing us more and more energy. But when you are not eating well, when you are not sleeping well, it disturbs the entire system functioning and the harmony. So if you want to bring that balance, if you want to improve your energy levels, if you want to stay young forever, please focus on this. Nobody wants to be dependent on anyone. We all have to be self-sufficient. All have to be very, very hale and hearty throughout our life. So please enjoy the life, but in moderation. Make sure you are taking care of your sleep, your stress. Just bring that calmness. We are the one who can bring that change, who can work on it. And your coaches and the entire Sugar Fit team is there with you at each and every step. So if you have any concerns, please drop down the message to me or the coach. We all will be there at your service. We would love to help you. We would love to improve you in your wonderful health goals, which you have chosen over here. Thanks a lot. And if there is any concern that you have, please write down to us. Gut cleansing, Selena, we can do it, for 2 days every month. Or if you want to do, if you have the, willpower to do it every month for 5 days, go ahead and do it. That will be the best way to cleanse our system. And you will see the overall improvement in your skin health, in your hair health, in your energy levels. Your body will feel amazing, super light and super energetic. Selena, you have done the gut cleansing. I know that, you have been doing it very religiously. Can you just share your experience if you don't mind? I don't mind if you don't turn on your camera also, but I would like you to share your experience because you have been doing throughout the time. I can see the plate pictures, everything being shared. Selena, can you unmute yourself and talk? I would really appreciate it. It's okay. You just share the in short also. I'm sure it will help everyone. If you are there, please, it's a humble request for you from our side. Please make out some time and share your experience. Shivkumari ji, those who have not done the gut cleansing, please check with your coach. She will provide you the entire 5 days gut cleansing details. You can do it. It was Venkatesh ji, just 2 days back you have joined. Welcome to the family. Just wait for some more days and then you can go ahead with the gut cleansing. Just wait for a month and then try that. That time our readings will be very much stable. So please do that. It's gut, which gives you the entire energy, which gives you a good health, your energy levels. Serena, would you like to speak? It's okay. I don't want to force you, but if you would like to speak, you're writing on the chat. Would you like to unmute and talk, Selena? Overall,
Yeah,
what was the observation? Hi, Selena. How are you?
yeah, I'm fine. Actually, the gut help has really helped me a lot. Like the first thing I felt was like my body felt light.
Mhm.
Then, secondly, even my skin texture has changed.
Okay.
And only thing is that my post lunch that seems to be not in the range. Rest, my fasting is very good.
Uh-huh.
I think I will do it again every month. Like
Yeah.
I'm happy to
Thank
do
you,
it.
Selena. Thank you so much, Selena. And
Motivated by you.
thank you so much. We are glad we could motivate you. So if the post-lunch readings were high, Selena, you can just tell your coach and schedule one G-meet with me. I want to understand which food is not suiting you. Because, it's human
Okay.
body. Sometimes if the food is low glycemic also, has a low carbohydrate content, then also it can give the spike. So we have to understand we are in a discovery phase where we are trying to figure out what food is suiting us, what combination is not working for us. So I will just analyze
Okay.
that what food has not suited you, and then I think we will be all
No,
sorted
actually,
next.
yesterday itself, I spoke to my coach and she told me maybe the exercise. I used to do nitric oxide half an hour post lunch. So she told me to avoid nitric and just walk for 10 to 15 minutes. So today I will be doing that. And then she told me to take a check on the glucometer and we'll see how it works. She said
Even you
maybe
can
sometimes over like doing exercise also can
absolutely
cause it.
created
Yeah.
stress. Absolutely right. Because when
Yeah.
we think that okay, exercise is good, exercise is definitely good, but when we overdo, it also creates a stress on the system, which is not like very productive. So when we are doing how we are doing and in what quantity we
Correct.
are doing, that makes a very big difference. Selena, I will suggest you one more thing. Check your pre-meal
Yeah.
reading, pre-lunch, and the post-lunch reading both. See, sometimes some
Yeah, the
pre-meal
pre-meal was
readings
normal.
are higher.
The pre-meal was normal yesterday.
Okay, perfect.
Hmm.
Then we need to just
Pre-meal
understand.
was normal. Only after I had my lunch, it exceeded. Like, yeah,
So we can take the curd with the chia seeds, or we can take
that's
one
it. But
glass
I'm
of.
hoping to do the gut cleanse again.
Great. You can also try the chia seeds water. You can take
I could
one glass
hear
of
you.
water, add chia seeds and lemon to it, and
Yeah.
have it before your meals. This will help you in stabilizing your blood sugar readings. So we sometimes have too much of inflammation in the body, and
Okay.
that inflammation increases resistance, increasing and giving a drastic spike
Okay.
after the particular meal. So there we can probably try chia seeds, lemon
Okay.
water before the meals and see the difference.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Most welcome and all the very best, and thanks for
Yeah.
sharing your experience. Anyone
Yes.
else have any concerns? Thanks, Selena. Thanks for talking to us. Anyone else has any concern or want to share their experience? We are open for it. We would love to. Suzette Kumar, yes, sure. 1 second. I think Umesh ji has also raised it before that. Just give me a second. I will unmute you. One Uday ji has raised a hand. I think I will give the opportunity to Uday ji first, and then we can move to Suzy. Yeah, Mr. Uday, you wanted to talk. Please unmute yourself and you can speak. Mr. Uday, can you unmute yourself? Sorry, we can't hear you. Okay, 1 second. Susan, you can talk. Susan, you have raised the hand. Please stay there and unmute yourself and talk. We have so many hands being raised. I would love to hear from each one of you. but there's a time restriction. If you can just quickly unmute yourself and talk. If there is any concern, just let me know. So Susan, we are not able to hear you. Okay, till then I will unmute Anand. Anand wants to talk. Mr. Anand, you can talk.
Yeah. Can you please tell me what is the method of detoxification?
So your coach will be able to guide you on that. And I have shared the one YouTube link over there in the chat. There is the entire description of the gut challenge, how to do it. So you can just, because it's so elaborate and so elongated, I won't be able to explain in short over here. So I'm sharing it a link for the YouTube. You can join this and go through the entire details. So we have the session over here. Anyone else has any concern? Krishna ma'am, just 1 second, I will unmute you. Yeah, please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Krishna ma'am, you can talk. Anand sir, anything else? For the
Hello.
gut cleansing, you can. Yes, yes ma'am.
मैं यही पूछना चाह रही थी कि गट क्लीनिंग क्या होता है, इसको कैसे करते हैं वो बताओ हमें, या इसकी जो भी आपके
Gut
रिकॉर्डिंग है
cleansing ना 5 days का होता है मैम, और 5 days में हम अपने पूरे बॉडी को, ऑर्गन्स को क्लेंस करते हैं. स्टार्ट करते हैं 2 दिन. सैटरडे संडे से मैं ज्यादा प्रेफर करती हूँ, बिकॉज हम थोड़ा रिलैक्स रहते हैं, इजिली हम क्लेंस कर सकते हैं. इसमें 2 दिन हम अपने कार्बोहाइड्रेट को हम 5 दिन के लिए कम रखते हैं. वी जस्ट ट्राई टू give our body more of the fiber. The fiber helps in the cleansing work. So this is an entire 5 days complete diet plan being prepared, and it has been shared with your coach. I will re-share in the premium group. You can experience it with the help of the coach, because she needs to understand what medications you are taking and what medicines we have to avoid during the time. So please book one video consultation with the coach. She will guide you through the entire plan.
थैंक यू मैडम.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm Uday here. Hello.
Yes, please tell me.
Okay, I raised hand because I have everything in control, but I'm 63 years old and I'm not getting a proper sleep. Maybe up 5.5 hours a day, and after that I don't get sleep. And I get sleep in time, like you people said already in the webinar. So, do I consult our coach to take the advices, or you are going to advise me something?
1 second. So when you are not getting a sleep, first thing is that stop sleeping in the afternoon. People sleep in the afternoon and then they don't get the sleep in the night time. Secondly, see, there is a gap of 3 hours between your dinner and the sleep time. Try
They're
to
all there.
relax.
They are. I'm following that way. I have dinner at 7. No problem.
Yes. So what you can do, you can try the recipes being shared by the coaches. You can take the chamomile tea. You can take the nutmeg tea. घर में जायफल होता है. We all have जायफल at home, the nutmeg at home. Take half cup or 1 cup of water. Add half, 1/4 teaspoon of grated nutmeg to the water. Boil it nicely. Reduce it to the half, and then you can drink it before going to bed. It will enhance the sleep quality. We also have the Yog Nidra classes. You can join the Yog Nidra classes at night live with Ronak. That session also helps you in enhancing the sleep quality. We can take bath with the Epsom salt. Epsom salt has magnesium. Take a bucket, add 2 teaspoons of Epsom salt to it, mix it well, let it get dissolved completely. Take a bath with the Epsom salt and then go to the sleep. That magnesium gets absorbed with the body, relaxes our entire nerves, and helps in getting a better sleep quality.
What
Because
salt is this, you said?
this Epsom salt, it is a magnesium glycinate.
Okay. Magnesium salt.
Just write
Before
it
going to
down.
bed, you
You
should
can
do
get
this.
it on any medical shop.
Okay. What is the spelling of this actually?
It's PSOM. I'm writing down in the chat so that you can refer to it.
Okay. Okay.
It is there in the gut cleansing document also.
Epsom salt bath. Okay.
Yeah. I hope you all are clear. Anyone else? Santosh ji wants to speak. Thank you, Deji. Yes, Santosh ji. Please tell me. संतोष जी, आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट करिए, देन वी कैन टॉक।
सोने के बीच में
हाँ जी,
हेलो,
हाँ जी संतोष जी।
अगर आप नाइट में डिनर और सोने के बीच में कितने टाइम का डिफरेंस होना चाहिए?
कम से कम 3 घंटे से 3 घंटे का गैप होना चाहिए हमारे खाने और सोने के बीच में।
लेकिन हमारा तो हो नहीं पाता है मैम,
क्यों नहीं हो
क्योंकि हम
पाता है?
9:30 तो ड्यूटी से ही आते हैं 9 बजे करीब।
हाँ, तो मेरे बहुत सारे ऐसे
12
यूजर्स हैं जो देर से आते हैं उदय जी,
नौ
तो वो अपना खाना लेके जाते हैं अपने साथ।
नहीं, ब्रेकफास्ट लंच तो लेके जाते हैं, लेकिन डिनर का भी लेके जाना पड़ेगा।
आप ले जाइए तो बहुत ही अच्छा है, और वरना आ करके फिर सिर्फ सलाद खाइए, तो ये आप कर सकते हैं।
मतलब सिर्फ सलाद खाएं और डिनर में और कुछ ना खाएं?
हाँ, फिर आप सलाद खाइए। तो आप सलाद खाएंगे तो आपको प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी। और आप करके देखिए ऐसा। उसमें आप
हेलो।
चाहे तो थोड़ा सा, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जी जी,
हाँ जी।
आ रही आवाज।
हाँ, तो आप रात में थोड़ा हल्का खाएंगे, ग्रेन फ्री खाएंगे, बेसन का चीला या खा लीजिए, या सलाद खा लीजिए, पनीर डाल करके सलाद में खा लीजिए, सॉर्टेड वेजिटेबल्स खा लीजिए। ये सारी चीजें आपको हेल्प करेंगी।
तो फिर उसके लिए 1.5-2 घंटे बाद सो सकते हैं?
उसके बाद आप 2 घंटे के बाद सो सकते हैं। और कोशिश करिए थोड़ा वज्र आसन में बैठिए थोड़ी देर खाने के बाद, तो उससे आपका डाइजेशन अच्छा होगा।
वो तो 5 मिनट बैठते हैं।
हाँ, थोड़ी देर बैठिए तो आपको अच्छा होगा, टहलिए।
अच्छा, खाना खाने की कितनी देर बाद टहलने जा सकते हैं?
खाना खाने के आप 15-20 मिनट बाद टहलने जा सकते हैं, बट हल्का हल्का टहलिए, बहुत तेज जल्दी जल्दी नहीं चलना है। आप जल्दी चलेंगे तो फिर आपको कम से कम 1 घंटे का गैप देना पड़ेगा, अगर आपको ब्रिस्क वॉक करनी है तो। और अगर स्ट्रॉल करेंगे, हल्का हल्का वॉक करेंगे, टहलेंगे, तो आप 15-20 मिनट के बाद जा सकते हैं।
अच्छा, आराम आराम से।
हाँ जी, करके देखिए, फिर देखिए, क्योंकि हम क्या होता है ना, हम खाना खा के जब लेटते हैं तो खाना तो हमारे पेट में ही रह जाता है, डाइजेस्ट भी नहीं होता, वजन भी
हम्म
बढ़ाता है। और क्योंकि वो डाइजेस्ट नहीं हुआ, इसलिए हमारी स्लीप को भी डिस्टर्ब करता है। तो आप इसीलिए आपको
हम्म
बोला जाता है कि आप थोड़ा जल्दी खा लीजिए।
हम्म।
ओके सर।
और अगर जैसे लेट हो गया तो हम खाना खा कर करके कितनी देर, 1 घंटे बाद सो सकते हैं?
देखिए, आप सलाद वगैरह खा रहे हैं तो आप 1 घंटे के बाद सो जाइए, लेकिन अगर आप हैवी खा रहे हैं तो आप कम से कम 2 से 3 घंटे का गैप दीजिए, आपका फूड डाइजेस्ट होना जरूरी
अच्छा,
है ना?
ओके, थैंक यू मैम, थैंक।
है। और कोच के साथ
हेलो
डिस्कस करिए, शी विल हेल्प।
हेलो मैम,
सुजीत जी। हाँ जी,
यस
बोलिए।
मैम, यस मैम, नमस्ते मैम।
नमस्ते,
अ,
बोलिए।
अ, मेरा भी एक इशू हो रहा है ना, मेरे पैरों के तलवों में ना जलन हो रही है। ठीक है।
जी।
तो मैंने मेजर किया था, तो 130, कभी 35, कभी 20, कभी 25 ऐसे हो रहा है। पोस्ट मील भी जो है, रात का तो सही होता है, एक पोस्ट मील 120 होती है। ठीक है। दोपहर में कभी कभी 155, 160, 50 ऐसे हो जाता है।
जी,
तो ये ऐसे क्यों हो रहा है मैम? ये इस
आपके बॉडी में जितना ज्यादा, हमारे पैरों में तलवों में जलन क्यों होती है? जितना ब्लड शुगर ऊपर नीचे होगी आपके शरीर में, उतना ज्यादा आपकी ब्लड शुगर कौन लेके जा रहा है? आपके ब्लड वेसल्स से लेके जा रहे हैं। जो हमारी खून की नलियां होती हैं, जो ब्लड वेसल्स होती हैं, दे कैरी द ब्लड। सो व्हेन दे आर कैरिंग द ब्लड एंड देयर इज टू मच ऑफ ग्लूकोज कंटेंट इन दैट, इट कीप एक्सटैंडिंग और एंड देन कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग। ये जितने भी इसमें कॉन्ट्रैक्शन एंड एक्सट्रैक्शन होते हैं, दे इम्पैक्ट योर ब्लड शुगर फंक्शनिंग, दे इम्पैक्ट योर ब्लड वेसल्स। एंड ये जितना भी जिस पर जोर पड़ता है, उसकी वजह से आपके फीट्स में यू गेट द पेन, आपके नर्व्स में पेन होता है, ब्लड वेसल्स में आपके दर्द होता है, you get lot of neuropathic related concerns. So these are all interrelated to each other. तो जितना आप अपने ब्लड शुगर को कंट्रोल में रखेंगे, उतना ज्यादा इन सब चीजों से आप छुटकारा पाएंगे।
अच्छा, दूसरा सवाल ये है कि जहां तक अब तक मैंने सुना है कि मिल्क और कर्ड नहीं लेना चाहिए डायबिटीज में, लेकिन जब से मैं शुगर फिट ज्वाइन किया हूँ तब से ये सुना कि नहीं, मिल्क और कर्ड भी ले सकते हो अकॉर्डिंग टू योर बॉडी।
लिमिट में ले सकते हैं। मिल्क में लैक्टोज होता है, तो और देखिए आजकल क्या होता है, इतना काउस को दे गिव द इंजेक्शन, सो हार्मोनल इंजेक्शन की वजह से दे मेक देम प्रोड्यूस द मिल्क थ्रू आउट द ईयर, जो कि पहले नहीं होता था। एंड दैट इंजेक्शन इज लीडिंग टू लॉट ऑफ इश्यूज लाइक कैंसर, इट इंक्रीजेस इन्फ्लेमेशन, इट लीड्स टू मेनी अदर हेल्थ ailments. That's why we try to avoid the milk. But you can go with the oat milk, you can go with the soy milk, you can go with the almond milk, but in moderation, should not exceed more than 100 to 150 ml. इतना पूरे दिन में हम ले सकते हैं. That's the right amount. Should not exceed beyond that. Secondly, what we can do is curd is absolutely fine. बाजार का कर्ड जो होता है, they don't have lot of bacteria what we require. Why gut is good? Because it's a probiotic. It helps in fixing the gut related issue. So the more you eat the probiotics, it helps in fixing the gut bacteria and the gut microbiome. But अगर आप बहुत सारा बाहर का प्रोसेस्ड वाला कर्ड लेते तो उसमें तो वो बैक्टीरिया है ही नहीं, तो उनका कुछ फायदा नहीं होता। तो अगर आप घर पे दही सेट करते हैं और घर वाला दही लेते हैं विच हैज ऑल द बैक्टीरियाज, दैट विल हेल्प यू इन एनहांसिंग योर गट हेल्थ एंड इट विल नॉट लीड टू एनी अदर एलिमेंट। सेम है, जितना प्रोसेस, जितना ज्यादा इंजेक्शंस दे करके जितना हम उसके साथ प्ले कर रहे हैं, उतना ज्यादा हमारी बॉडी को हार्म कर रहे हैं।
तो घर का दही बनाना चाहिए घर में।
बेस्ट से घर का बनाइए। घर के में सारे बैक्टीरियाज होते हैं जो आपको फायदा करते हैं। हार्डली कुछ टाइम लगता है, घर में रोज एक कटोरी, एक ग्लास दूध बची जाता है। यू कैन जस्ट ऐड 1 teaspoon ऑफ कर्ड टू इट, कीप इट आउटसाइड वार्म करके, और वो सुबह तक सेट हो जाता है एंड यू कैन इजीली यूज दैट।
और ये जो आपने सोया मिल्क और ये 2-3 नाम बताया, ये हमें मार्केट से खरीदना पड़ेगा ना इसको?
ये खरीदना पड़ता है, बिल्कुल खरीदना पड़ता है। वरना आप ऑर्गेनिक मिल्क ले लीजिए, जैसे आजकल बहुत सारे हैं, अक्षयकल्प है। अक्षयकल्प क्लेम्स की दैट इज अ ऑर्गेनिक मिल्क, और दे फीड द काउस विद द ग्रास। वो अलग हार्मोनल इंजेक्शंस वगैरह नहीं देते हैं, ग्रास फीड करते हैं काउ को, इसलिए वो ज्यादा सेफ होता है। सो दैट इज वाई इट्स मच बेटर। बट देन अगेन एक मॉडरेशन में लेना चाहिए। देन आपको अपनी बॉडी पता है, आप अपने रीडिंग चेक करिए, आपको सूट कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है, या आप अपने कोच के साथ डिस्कस कर सकते हैं।
और ऑर्गेनिक मिल्क?
जी, ऑर्गेनिक मिल्क।
ठीक है, ठीक। अभी आपने एक सवाल का आंसर दे रहे थे चिया सीड्स को लेने के लिए, वो थोड़ा मैं सुन नहीं पाया, आप उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं।
वाटर में आप 1 चम्मच चिया सीड्स, जैसे 1 लीटर वाटर बॉटल लीजिए, उसमें 1 चम्मच चिया सीड्स डालिए और एक नींबू निचोड़ दीजिए, और वो जब थोड़ी देर बाद 15 मिनट बाद अच्छे से स्वेल हो जाएगा, तो आप उसको सारे दिन पीते रहिए। खाना खाने से पीने से पहले आपके ब्लड शुगर को कंट्रोल में रखता है, आपके बॉडी में एक बैलेंस बना के रखता है। चिया सीड्स में होता है मैग्नीशियम, विच हेल्प्स इन रिड्यूसिंग योर ब्लड शुगर रीडिंग्स। ठीक है। एंड उसके अलावा even when we add the lemon भी citric होता है which reduces our blood sugar readings। तो हमारे जितने भी एक्स्ट्रा ग्लूकोज होता है उसको न्यूट्रलाइज करता है।
एक टोटल एक पीस पूरा नींबू निचोड़ देना है उसमें?
1 liter water, in that you can add 1 teaspoon of chia seeds and 1 lemon you can squeeze in it. It's very good for the summers. It's a very good refreshing summer drink which can be used as a refreshener. इसमें आप चाहे तो धनिया और पुदीने के पत्ते भी डाल सकते हैं और टेस्टी हो जाता है।
बिफोर टेकिंग द मिल्क ये हमें लेना है?
मिल्क लेने से पहले नहीं
नहीं,
लेना है,
मिल
खाना।
खाना खाना। हाँ
हाँ
हाँ,
जी, खाना खाने से पहले लेना है जी।
थैंक यू मैम।
थैंक यू। वी विल टेक वन मोर क्वेश्चन। बहुत देर से भारती जी ने हाथ खड़ा कर रखा है। यस भारती जी।
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for calling me.
वेलकम। हाँ
I'm
जी,
so happy to see you, and it is a worthwhile presentation. I've
थैंक यू
got a
सो मच।
small doubt. I have in my mouth, I have a taste buds, right? That is becoming salty when my diabetes started, but it's not going out. I have used so many medicines, but it is not coming out. So can you help me how to reduce the salty or how to remove the salty taste buds in my mouth?
Okay. Sure, ma'am. So, just, are you undergoing any treatment or on any medication?
My medication is that diabetic medication
Apart from
only.
that,
No, recently I fell down, so I'm using orthopedic, no small D vitamin, and I'm using D vitamin as well as the another medicine for bones.
okay.
Yeah,
You can try one thing. So whenever we get like taste buds are not working well to get it back, we can try all the bitter food like aloe vera. You can just take the
aloe vera.
aloe vera pulp from inside, or you can just soak it in 1 cup of water and drink it empty stomach in the morning. You can take bitter gourd, you can take moringa powder or the moringa leaves. You can add it to your pulses or the sambar, whatever you are eating. These will help you in re-evolving your taste buds. So the more you eat the bitter, the better will be the taste, but it will come back in shape very fast. And even the lemon and the ginger juice, take the lemon in equal quantity, just squeeze the ginger juice in that, and just take it with the help of the spoon. That also going to help you in re-evolving your taste buds.
So I'm using the sea water and before my meals. And recently my coach told me that I should use moringa powder with buttermilk. Can I use both in one day or alternative days?
So, if you're using curd with the buttermilk, absolutely okay. Go ahead with that. No need to worry about it. You can take that as more than enough. And for rest of the meals, like one day you can add the bitter gourd in your meals. One day you can add like aloe vera and have it like in the morning. So change the timing. Don't take everything all together. It has to be well distributed within the daytime.
It means morning I should use aloe vera, and afternoon I should use the sea, and the evening I should use moringa.
Don't go with so many things. Don't go with so many things. Just 2 things are more than enough. Morning aloe vera and moringa. Just start with this for 1 week and see the difference.
Okay, aloe vera with aloe vera.
Aloe vera is just that you just take out the pulp, remove the thorns from the side, wash it nicely. Take a 1 inch or a half-inch piece, remove all the green and cut it from the center. Extract the translucent
Juice.
pulp inside that, and then soak it in the water for some time. Half cup water, you can soak it for 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and just gulp it. That's it. It's
But
good.
I'm using that methi water, right? In the morning hours, I'm using methi
Something,
water.
ma'am, you can do if you are using the aloe vera for the taste bud, both will do the same purpose. Even aloe vera is very helpful in reducing your blood sugar levels. So we can replace sometimes for methi seeds with the aloe vera and just see that taste buds are getting better on it.
So then I stop, shall I stop the methi water?
Yes, stop it for some time. Because
okay, thank you.
in a week time, you will see a difference in your taste buds. So do continue with the aloe vera. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Anyone else? We are already exceeding the time limit. It's 12:31. So I'm so sorry we have the time foundation. But I hope you enjoyed this session. We will share all the details and the entire session recording. We will put it on the YouTube. I'm sharing the link once again. Please subscribe and use this channel for all the updates. So these have all the recordings. I uploaded over there because our session goes up to 1 to 1.5 hours. And in that time, it's very difficult to extract and compress the data and do that. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Subramaniam ji, I will just unmute you last, but just quickly take your question. So please tell me what is the issue. You can unmute yourself. Yes, Mr. Subramaniam. You have the question?
Yes. I'm aged 71 and I have very recently joined in the sugar fit. Maybe my CGM period is just completed 2 days before only.
Okay.
But it is my habit that after finishing lunch and dinner, I used to take some snacks, thicka snacks. Is it okay? Or some groundnut or snacks? Maybe it is only for the mouth easy. Is it okay?
Take the fennel seeds, sir. So you take fennel seeds if you feel like having something. Take the fennel seeds, the green, what we call it in, I don't know the language, what you talk. In Hindi, we call it soft. In English, we call it fennel seeds. You can use the fennel seeds after the meals so that it gives you a good satiety value. So check for your protein levels. If your proteins are not in the good amount in your meal, then you get the craving to eat something else. And check whether you are well hydrated or not. So before the meals, 15-20 minutes before the meals, take a glass of water, see whether you are well hydrating yourself or not. We get sometimes, it's a urge to drink the water. It's a urge for thirst, but sometimes we misinterpret it as a food. Okay, so always grasp a glass of water instead of eating something, because they are on the calories and the glucose to our body. So I hope this will help you. Try, instead of eating the food, chana or all, you just take 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds and just chew it nicely, and then let me know whether you are still getting the cravings or not. I will answer your queries on the premium group, so please stay tuned with me on the premium group.
Okay.
I want you all to be active on the premium group. It's for you. We are trying to build up a good diabetic community where we all can help each other and share our experiences. So please utilize the platform.
Okay. Okay. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm very sorry I have to end the session here because it's a Sunday for me also. I get only 1 day break, and there also a half day I'm here with the session. So please excuse me. I have other responsibilities also. So I will take up your questions in the premium group. Can you post the questions there on the premium group? I will take it up for sure. And I hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always fun to interact. Might be we can do one thing. Saturday, we can keep 1 half-an-hour session to just talk. So there we will just take up the questions and talk to each other. So let's connect on the Saturday, next Saturday. I will keep it for you to talk and interact and ask questions over there. Thank you.